Oh, girl. Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Ooh.
That was great. Ooh, caught me in the awkward.
I know you caught us in an awkward moment, but we just really enjoyed that. We really enjoyed that.
Amazing, guys.
Mariano.
Keep doing what you do.
We see you. We see you, baby. We see you. Okay.
Collect yourselves. Here we go.
And we're back. Again, I'm Vivian Storm, and this is
Talia Hamilton.
And we're your hosts for this evening.
Yes, we are.
We can't go on. No. We can't go on without seeing this amazing artwork.
Oh, yes.
Come and follow us.
Let's take a tour.
Let's take a tour. Let's take a stroll. We're going to see some of SB's beautiful artists and all of what they've been working on this year. Come on. Come on.
All right, so we are now here with Aaron, one of our artists. Aaron, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit?
Okay, my name is Aaron Latham. I was born and raised in Virginia. Moved to California when I was about 29. That was a lie. Moved to California when I was about 26, something like that. Moved to California in 2016, and it's been a journey. Stumbled upon painting a few years ago, and this has become my life now. So art has become my lifestyle. So that's awesome. Yeah.
What experience have you had as an artist in Santa Barbara?
I just started, so it's been a journey. COVID was where I got my consistency. It's where I had the most time to kind of pursue my passion and really see what can come out of me. And so this right here is just such an opportunity, a blessing. So I'm just glad to be here. So. Yeah.
And we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
Thanks. Show me a Coke. So what does this year's theme, United in Hope for True Black Liberation, mean to you?
I think probably I see it as a great opportunity now. In my opinion, the last 4 years has been crazy with politics, and we've seen so much happen, and now we're in this moment of shutdown where everybody's at home, and we're just starting to have the opportunity to get out more and see each other. And I'm hoping in my heart that a Renaissance movement will come out of this, and we've seen so many protests because of George Floyd, and his death unfortunately ignited a fire across the world, because everybody is kind of becoming more aware about the problems that we're having amongst black communities, black and brown communities. And so I think it's going to be, I see it as an opportunity, to be heard.
Keeping that hope, yeah, for sure. What would you like your audience to say about your art or to feel once they experience your art?
I'm kind of an introvert, and so I kind of, art helps me to get out, you know what I mean? I don't actually feel like myself unless I've done my creative outlets, and so I hope that it allows people to actually see me, for who I really am, and I think that's it, like get a piece of myself,
That's awesome.
I'm sure that they will. I mean, look at look at you. I mean, they're gonna see you.
You look like an artist. You have
I know, we were
paint
just
all over you.
We were saying
We
that.
were admiring you from a distance of just like how you embodied an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. I bought mine.
Still nice.
Don't tell your secrets. Well, thank you so much for coming, Aaron.
My pleasure.
We appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth.
And happy Juneteenth to all of you.
We are back with our second artist. Here is Steven. Steven, why don't you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Hello. Hi, my name is Steven Harper. I'm from San Bernardino, California. Great little Wild West town. I been painting the last, I'd say 4 or 5 years after, I started, I moved to Portland like 6 years ago. Started modeling, quit. Didn't really quit, still have got the love in my heart, but stopped playing basketball for the first time in like my whole life. And once I started doing the modeling thing, I just felt like painting was the only thing that was fulfilling me. Social interaction and stuff like that, food, that stuff fulfills me too, but painting was just doing it, so I just did it and, feel joy every day.
That's awesome. So what specific experience have you had in Santa Barbara as an artist?
I am relatively, so I didn't start like putting my work out there till like 2018, but this past year, for the first time, I did like a public painting event where I did Pianos on State, where over like on the east side, a couple other artists, we paint these pianos that formerly would be placed on the street corners of State Street, and then musically inclined passersby can amaze their in-laws and relatives and strangers nearby by playing tunes on these pianos that artists have aesthetically adjusted. But this past year, they were submitted to local event spaces for live stream concerts with local musicians. And mine did the job. Mine did a couple tearjerkers in there, a couple big finales on there. One of those keys was hitting really good. Yeah.
I was one of those passerbyers, and I play a mean Mary Had a Little Lamb. Honey.
Oh.
Yes, I do. Mary had. Yes. Mm-hmm. I can strike one.
Took me back to the
Took you back, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this year's theme is United in Hope for True Black Liberation. What does that mean to you?
Well, honestly, I feel like last year, I feel like a lot of people would say, oh, last year, everything that happened had caused a lot of people to have some sort of awakening and facing with themselves and how they're interfacing with the world on these issues. I personally felt that the biggest thing that I was struggling with when wanting to put myself out and speak on things and try and find something to do, felt like I was facing my own limitations from experiencing those struggles. I can't go out and talk about the Black family structure and impose my will on someone when I know that I had a lot to work on personally with my family. We all do, but I felt like those things were very important in terms of liberating one's self from what they think they should be for their space or their environment. And for me personally, when I lived in Portland, when I lived here, I dealt with not being comfortable with myself at baseline, just from the way, I thought I was just having, angsty late teen phase growing my hair out. But, the way I'm getting looked at in a place, it's disturbing me from enjoying the sandwich that I also came in this place for, Yeah. And things like that I felt were really important because I shouldn't be acting on the angst of those experiences and hatred towards people when I feel like the issues are really important. So I just thought, the first step, not the most important step, is personally, liberating oneself from the limitations of oneself and,
which are created, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Created by society, created by you,
yes.
And then we made a choice, right?
Yes.
In our lives to follow that. Absolutely. We made the choice, so making the choice to liberate.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
I just felt personally that there's Black people in this community, there's Black people across the globe, and I shouldn't do something that doesn't factor in the shared experiences of many people. You know, considering like my own privileges, being in America, for one, being in one city versus another, you know.
Wow.
That's really beautifully put.
I mean, basketball, modeling, and philosopher.
There,
girl.
sandwiches, food
Triple
culture.
threat. Okay.
Food culture was in there too.
You saying what?
Food culture was in there too. I mentioned sandwiches.
All right. Oh, and food.
Food Network.
So, what would you like your audience to take away from your art?
I think whatever they inherently feel from looking at it. I feel that the intentions are to create at least internalization of self-identity, just at surface level, and hopefully with it being in a public space, people can see others and how they interface with it. So it's not just someone looking and thinking of like, oh, this person is at peace with their environment as whatever messy or whatever as it is. It's seeing, wow, I'm looking at this and I thought it was cool, but this person over here is saying just like, why is this person putting so much energy into judging this thing? Like, you see how you consume things and it can, you know, I can take it in or I can let it go, but then you see people fixating, you know? So I think that just wrestling with that and how you just take something and receive it and respect it at the same time. That's the 2-second, you know, quick little.
I like
this
that a
thing right
lot.
here.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Another artist, y'all. Another artist. Right. I love it. We absolutely love it. And so we cannot leave or stop this interview without giving you the opportunity to teach us how to model. So I'm going.
At least 2 model looks.
Yes. So basically, I have one Instagram photo in my hands.
The worst thing you could say to anybody.
I know, right? Because you're like, which one is it? No, but you're going to teach us how to pose. Okay. I know. Just throw it away. Right? Okay. So give us, you know, as you're talking and doing your thing, but just give us like one out of the blue. You know, if paparazzi was just like right there and they was snapping the picture,
Okay. Like,
what would you give us?
Okay, so real quick, you have, you know, so, you know, you're crossing the street and then you have the.
Ooh.
And that's kind of just like a simple, you know, quick little like, who's that? But I'm looking past you even, you know. Okay. This one right here, Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You're the only thing in the room. Right now I'm talking to you, but I've depersonified every being in here. I'm talking. I'm here, amateurs. I'm here with amateurs.
I'm sorry.
So this one is
Oh.
Rose.
So you kind of got to give like a little like love in there.
Your forehead has to be thinking tulips. Like right here, you want to embody like blossoming energies.
Okay, so
You know, lean in with the
let's
forehead.
try. We gotta try. The look of,
Okay.
you know.
Yes.
All right. So, okay.
Count it down. We
have to converse.
Yes, converse first. And then he had told me, and I was oh, paparazzi. Girl, we got it. Girl, we got it. They got it.
Professional now.
Okay, so what's the other one? The other one was what? The tulips.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hand action too.
Yes, it was like tulips. Okay.
It's like, you know, light chin.
God, light chin. Okay.
Okay, I like chin touch. All right.
Okay.
Talking, conversing.
Yes, and then she had told me that she.
I hate her.
I think we killed it.
That was your speed. Was
Honey.
I'm so glad.
I'm a model now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what? I don't need this. My man got 2 jobs. I'm a model now.
Sorry.
We thank you so much for being here. Thank you for teaching us how to model.
Yes.
And thank you for being a model.
Yes.
Thank you.
And it's not just about the pictures, but it's about your art. It's about who you are, who you're choosing to be at this point, and allowing yourself to truly be liberated. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Now introducing the magnificent poem, We Are an Ancient People, read to you by Gateway educational students. Here we go.
It is only thanks to our ancestors that we live at all, as they live in our memory, so we fulfill their hopes to dream of the lives of our children and their children to come.
We are an ancient people. We come from across the sea. Tens of thousands perished on the journey. We have survived and our hearts carry forward. We have our legacy to share.
We are an ancient people.
Our ways inform the world. We worship our Creator, give thanks for our being and all that is about us.
We are an ancient people.
We pay tribute to our ancestors.
We are an ancient people. And praise their names. We are an ancient people.
We honor our fathers and our mothers. We do them proud in our living, for we are they.
We are an ancient people.
We cherish the wisdom of the earth and use it wisely.
We are an ancient people.
We sing praises to all that is created and good, like the birds praise the sun each day.
We are an ancient people. We dance the intricate steps like a doe picks its way through the delicate grass. We are an ancient people.
We build houses for our shelter, grow food for our nourishment, weave clothes to swallow our body.
We are an ancient people.
Our memories are long like an elephant's trunk.
We are an ancient people.
We have lived forever and forever we shall live.
We are an ancient people.
All right, future leaders, I see y'all. I see you.
That was amazing, guys.
You're doing well. Thank you so much for that, a beautiful rendition of that poem. And we just want to say thank you for living boldly, for being brave, and for taking the feedback that life is given to you. You're transforming this world, and we want to thank you. Both of us want to thank you personally for all that y'all are doing for this amazing country and our beautiful world.
Future leaders right there. All right, everyone, we are back and we are with Miss Wendy Sims Moten. Hello, Miss Wendy, how are you doing today?
Hi, good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good. Why don't you introduce yourself to the watchers of Juneteenth?
Yes, I am Wendy Sims Moten. I am the First Five Executive Director. We focus on children 0 to 5 and their families so that our kids are ready for kindergarten and kindergarten is ready for them. And I also have the privilege of being a Santa Barbara Unified School District Board member. What a privilege that is. And so I get to go from 0 to 18, getting our kids ready for this community.
So you got your work cut out for you, for sure.
Do you have a fond memory of Juneteenth?
Yeah, you know, when I was younger, I used to say when I was little, but when I was younger, it was about the food and the family, right? And anytime that you're like just food and laughing and talking, nobody getting into trouble, and you could probably do things you shouldn't do that day because everybody else was doing other things, you know, enjoying themselves, playing card games or doing whatever. And mine is mostly on my great-grandmother's porch in Texas under the jacaranda trees and homemade ice cream and just you know, just the love from that. Whatever was going on in the world, it didn't matter that day. It didn't matter that day. Just the love of the hot links. I remember the hot links and the big red soda. I just need to say it, right?
That just took me back for real. Right. Yes. Yeah. The soda though. Like I don't know
what that's about.
I need to pause on the soda. Could you say the soda again?
It's called Big Red.
It is.
It's
Yes,
Big
it
Red.
is. It's called the Big Red, honey. I used to go to the corner store and get me those Big Reds all the time.
At the can at the bottom,
Yes,
you know,
and the-
okay, here it come down, click, click, click down the thing. Yeah, so we digress. Yeah.
Oh my God. So do you remember your first Juneteenth celebration?
Yeah, I think I was really, about another century, 6, running around. But really, like I said, when I was younger, it was about family and just the love of that going on. But as I got older, because they were annual celebrations that in Texas, we got out of school in May, right? So Juneteenth was that almost next holiday that was coming along for the summer. And so as I got older, I'm like, well, what is this about other than just being around family? To understand that this is about freedom, about the Emancipation Proclamation. I could probably say that, right now, to say that it took 2 years for folks in Texas to realize that this had been signed and they'd been free. And so, to hear that from my great-grandparents, is still in me. And it has such authenticity about that, and the stories about that really helps me understand why the celebration. We're free. And so what we can do right now is just celebrate each other through food and just family and just being free that day to just be, right? After all that time. And there's just something about that story. You can see it in a book. You might read a little bit in a book, but even that little bit being told by someone who was there, like my great-grandparents were, really part of that, it has stuck with me, and it always does. And so that's a foundation, and that's history. I think that that we can celebrate. Yes. That we had been oppressed for so long, and there's this small win, because we're still working on it. We're still working on being free from a lot of things, but to that moment and such a celebration that I think that our children need to know and understand that, and they need to seek that history so they can celebrate some things and stand on some things and feel good and feel valued from where they come from, because it's in the bloodline. It's in the bloodline, So yeah, I just to be able to, to talk about, to this day, still talk about it with that much passion and that much visualization that I can see still. Yeah.
If you didn't feel that, with the camera, that one. If you didn't feel that, you're dead, okay? Because I'm over here hot, okay? Like, yes, absolutely yes. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Whew. Okay, so what hope do you have for the next generations here in Santa Barbara?
I think about that question about hope, that I want this next generation and even us still to know that there is hope, that there still is hope. And we are such a part of that hope of making this world what we want it to be. And it has to start with us. It has to start with conversations like this. So you know where you're starting from, you know where you came from. Seek your history. Wherever it is, find it so that you can talk about it. So then the more that we're talking about it, each generation gets stronger and they get wiser. And we can start to change those things because somebody else knew about it. Sometimes even the ugly history that's there, yes, we got to talk about it so that we know about it. And that's so much, and even in our school districts, we're ethnic studies. You got to know from which you come. And as does others in America. You got to know, what is this America about? Do you know about Juneteenth? There's a lot of our kids that don't know. So they missing out on some good stuff because they don't know. But I think the hope lies within the information that we're willing to share, the interactions that we're willing to share, the things that are frightening to us that we're willing to confront together, and to recognize that this is America, and that in order for America to be better, we have to understand each other, want to work together, get through whatever it takes to get there to the other side. And so each generation is stronger and stronger and stronger. To at that point, then we know what we want it to be. And someone said that, I was reading an article about so many things that we're doing is reactionary. Well, we're reacting to things that's going on as, I think, human, we just do that. But at some point, as we talk about each generation getting stronger, it won't be reactionary. It'll be, we start to make the world what we want it to be, and we have to start here. And that's the hope I know that still lies within. Yeah.
I'm gonna start crying over here. Just hold it in.
Yeah, I'm just let's just ride this
all,
out.
all that Everyone listening? Everyone listening? There we go. Because that was that. That was beautifully put. Like, I would have not, I don't think anyone in the world could have put it better than you just did. So that's
Thank you. And
beautiful.
I just want to, just say thank you for what you guys are doing, and to have these type of conversations and to be open. That's a privilege that that we need to do, and know that we as a people, we have everything within us to do what we need to do. We just got to do it. Yeah. We just got to do it, and we have to start in those places where it's not necessarily being done. Because I think I was listening to your artist. It's like sometimes we don't be, or we be whatever the world's telling us to be in that moment, in that space. But I was listening to that, and that's some powerful stuff. But we have to continue to do this. And I work in early care and education, and so get start there. Because see, that 0 to 5 space, that's the start of something good. That's the start of something good that we can do, and we can celebrate and allow our kids to be free to grow, and to know that wherever they step, they're valued. And that they're little kings and queens. They're already there, right? Yeah. So in terms of that. So, and that everybody can do that. All our kids can really benefit from this, and all our kids can celebrate, because it's going to start with the kids, because we get a little stubborn in our ways, right? But we can teach our kids, and love them. And the last thing I want to say is I was at a professional development recently through our school, supporting our teachers and administrators, and they talked about, and the keynote speaker talked about, she would ask the question of young teachers and teachers who were just tired, like, well, why are you teaching? Oh, because I love kids. And she says, well, that's great, but you got to love their ecosystem too, all in what they bring. So you see what I'm saying? If we love everybody's ecosystem, then we're loving everything that everybody's bringing, and we're meeting them where they are. Yeah.
Love your ecosystem. Love everybody's ecosystem.
I'm slain in the spirit, y'all. I'm just gonna sit here and let it. I'm about to rock a little bit. You know how I used to rock? I'm just gonna rock on that. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this
I
talk.
appreciate you so much. Your spirit, everything about you. Thank you for the work that you're doing with our babies. Yes. I call them our future. Yeah. They are future. And if you see it that way and you keep on seeing it that way, the investment changes. Absolutely. You can't see like that's that little bad kid, or that's that little this, or that's that little knucklehead. We say those things, but I think that if we really keep it in the back of our minds that they are our future, the investment changes.
Oh, it definitely, it changes the trajectory of a country, of a community, of your space, and it's that return on investment. And I would quote a commercial or a movie to get my point across. There was one about interest you pursue, and then, there's interest that you earn, So just to see those kids grow up and let them just be, allow them to be, give them some boundaries, because we don't want to be on a talk show talking about nobody told me what to do,
right.
But to allow them to grow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a privilege.
Well, listen, y'all heard it here, okay? From this amazing being, okay? Y'all heard it here. We're gonna have more of these amazing interviews, so please stay tuned. Thank you. Hello, y'all. Now we have the amazing, the talented, and the beautiful Shantae Glover. As you can see in the back behind me, these are their art pieces. Very colorful, very visual, very beautiful. And I get a chance to interview her. So, here we go. Please introduce yourself and tell the world, because that's what I think who's watching, okay? Tell the world who you are.
Hi, my name is Shantae. I am a local Santa Barbara artist. I paint, I tattoo, and I make murals.
So tell us, what experience have you had as an artist in Santa Barbara?
Well, I grew up here, and my family is full of artists. Both my parents are, and my sister, my grandparents. So making art has been something that's always been a part of my life. And to be honest, in Santa Barbara, I felt like I haven't found, it took me a long time to find my community here. And I didn't really take myself seriously as an artist for a really long time, and it's only in the last number of years that I'm starting to lean into that, and that took me leaving Santa Barbara to realize that creativity and art looks so many different ways, that it's more than beautiful landscape paintings as much as Santa Barbara's landscape is gorgeous. It took me kind of branching out and finding my own self-acceptance and bringing that with me here. And through like the gallery, the Melanin Gallery, and other opportunities presented through the Healing Justice Group and Juneteenth, and through just the shifts that are happening in the world right now, I'm seeing a lot more support and interest in supporting Black artists and in supporting art that tells a story, and art with meaning, which is what I love to create.
So tell me, how does this year's theme resonate with you? The theme is, again, United in Hope for True Black Liberation.
Yeah, it does. I feel that, like I was just kind of mentioning, that our togetherness and community is what helps to lift us up and allow us to step into our liberation, into who we are as individuals, into who we are as a community, as a Black community, but also the greater world and collective community. I feel like it's only through our togetherness and our mutual support that we can truly rise and step into a place of true equity and just thriving as a race of people as a whole. Beyond.
Wow. Thank you. Sorry. What do you want your audience to take away from your beautiful, amazing work?
Whatever they take. I just want them to take whatever feels honest to them. I don't really have an angle with my work. I paint to express myself and to feel my feelings. And my hope, I guess, is that it creates a little bit more connection, that in seeing somebody processing grief or processing joy and hope or processing any of the myriad of themes that come up for me, that maybe it allows and gives some permission for the viewer to do the same, to tune into their experience. And in the particular series that I have up at Melanin Gallery, the theme is about collective support, mutual support. It's about feeling grief, and I hope that it allows people to tune in to the truth of where they're at and what they're feeling, and whatever feels honest.
Okay. Thank you so much for interviewing with us. We appreciate the work that you do for this community. We appreciate your creativity, and we love what you are doing. So please keep going. Please keep going. We need you. I need you. Thank you so much, Shantae. All right, we have come to sort of the end of our program, right?
We're approaching.
But we cannot. We ain't going nowhere without no good music.
No.
Okay? So we have a local band from Santa Barbara, y'all.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. There's people here who are really talented, and what? They Black.
Oh.
So without further ado, I won't stand in the way. Give it up for Jawbone.